So as ace here, I'm going to be choosing second into Moria, so then I can follow an optimal curve and play pudding on 8 Dawn. Uh, Blue yellow ace likes to swing a lot of 7s and 9s, which is going to force Moria to take life cards, and then you remove the hand advantage with pudding. Here I'm using my leader ability on my first turn so that I'm able to get more deck knowledge, and I'm going to remember what cards I put to the bottom here, and I always keep a count of how many cards I have in my deck in my head so that I know when I'm going to hit those cards again. And then, because Ace is able to look at 5 with the leader ability every turn, and then you have Garp and other draw effects to be able to cycle through your deck and get to that bottom again. So here, just a typical Moria play. She doesn't have the Perona, so she just has to play Absalom. She swings into my life. I take it, trigger peel off. I always try and take down to 2 life with Ace, because then that means every time that I'm seeing the 5-cost Ace off leader effect, I'm able to play it off 2-cost Ace. And here I just choose to play a peel off because I know I'm going to be taking 1 life and she's probably just going to swing 5 with Absalom, so I can counter that, take lead effect, and then I generate more hand advantage with the peel off. And here she's going to swing 6, and I'll take that again so that I go to 2 life. And she establishes Kuzan. That just means probably she's going to be able to remove whatever brother I play pretty easily. And here I'm going to put 2 Dawn on lead, use lead effect, and I see an ace and another ace and a Luffy. So I'm remembering those are going to the bottom, and then I'm going to play ace. And this allows me to have, this is my perfect turn here, where I'm able to swing 9 with ace and 9 with leader. Forcing her down to 2 life, a bunch of cards in hand, and I have the pudding in hand ready to go. So hopefully on the next turn, I'm just going to pudding her back to 5, make her lose this really big hand advantage that she's gained, and then be able to swing 7-9 if it's an ace, or just swing 9 with lead if I don't see anything and force her down to 1 life. And so then she's just going to swing 5 at my lead. It doesn't go through because, of course, I'm a 7k off the 2-cost ace effect. But she gets to reduce my 5-cost ace so that she can remove it. And she's swinging at my leader here. And I'm just going to choose to counter out of that. And so I'm starting this next turn. Here's where I'm going to want to play pudding. I'm getting much deeper into my deck, so I'm considering how far it's going to be before I see another ace, because I've bottom decked 2 ace and played 1, but I'm fortunate enough to see this one off of the leader effect, and in my subsequent turns I'm going to be able to dig towards the other ones that I put to the bottom. And so of course I just play the pudding, destroy that hand advantage she had gained, and I put ace into my life, I play ace, and I swing 7-9. So this means either she's going to go pretty low on life, and here I'm swinging 7 first to see if she counters out of that, because if she does, then I'm just going to do the 9 to swing over the Kuzan. If she were to take it, I would just swing it life to force her to 0, meaning that I could split Dawn between ace and pudding and probably push her the win even if she plays a blocker down. And here she is just going to play Moria. She hit her 9 Dawn turn. First, she's going to play Great Eruption just to cycle her deck a little bit and look at what cards she has. And I don't know why there was a big pause there. Okay, so she plays the Moria, and there's Helmeppo and Lucci to be able to KO my ace. Luckily, there's not really a way that she's able to remove a 4-cost and a 5-cost with the Moria numbers, because she could only put them down to 2 and 2 with a Great Eruption and Helmeppo. So that's nice, allowing my pudding to survive. And then I'm probably going to be swinging 7 with pudding here. And first I'm going to play that peel off, get 2 cards. That then allows me to swing 7 with pudding and still have the remaining 4 Dawn to do leader effect and to play whatever I get off of leader effect. So here I'm just going to get a Sabo and put it into my life because I know I have the baby Sabo to be able to play it. I'm not going to use Sabo's effect. I want to maintain my life here. And so I'm just going to swing 7, waiting to play the Sabo in case of some random trigger. And then the Sabo comes out, and that's a 9k. And that forces her down to 0 life. So that means that she has to play a blocker on this turn, or I'm definitely going to be winning on the next turn. And so first she starts off with a brand new. She grabs the blocker there, meaning that she will be surviving. And she swings over my pudding. I just have to let that go because otherwise she'll get a bunch of value out of it swinging at it instead of my 7k leader. And then she's going to replace that character with a blocker and swing 9 in my lead. And then I'm going to take that. I don't want to waste 2 counters to get out of it. I know if I keep it 1 life, I'll be pretty safe. And then she's going to swing 6 at my lead in order to play down an Absalom to clear my board. So here, it's very unlikely that I'm going to be winning on my next turn, because even if I play an ace and split Dawn between ace and leader, it wouldn't get me towards the win. But I do know here how many cards away I am from seeing the ace Luffy Sabo that I had bottomed earlier. So after playing Garp, I am 5 cards away from the ace, and I know that I have 1 baby ace, so there's a 3 in 4 chance that I hit the baby ace, because my next card is going to be my 1 remaining card, and then it's going to be ace Luffy Sabo, and I know that from counting and memorizing from the beginning. And there, so I get the ace. If I hadn't seen the baby ace off of the Shirahoshi, if it had been the 4th card, then I would have just been able to play Sabo to play the Sabo and then hopefully survive into the next turn. Here, it's really effective to have gotten the ace because I'm able to once again split 7-9. Here in this game, I've drawn incredibly well. You just primarily want to spam aces here. And then on turns where you don't have ace, you're going to be establishing the other brothers to build a wider board and to preserve your life by buffing your 7k leader. It's just really hard for decks to deal with a 7k leader throughout the whole game. And that's how I've built the deck, to just force myself into the position where I'm most likely to be able to put myself to 7k each turn. And of course, I'm just able to put all my Dawn onto my leader and win the game.